Bianca Belair just did a very suspicious action that makes her look more guilty than ever, so we'll see what's up there. We'll also check out what's new with Goldberg and much more. Starting things off with another big suspicious moment for Bianca Belair's character that once again makes her look a bit evil. During Tiffany Stratton's first interview as the WWE Women's Champion, Naomi, Bianca Belair, Nia Jax, and Bayley all came out to explain their claim on why they feel like they should be the #1 contender for the title. But it's important to note that all those women got promo time except for Bianca Belair. Bianca did not get to say a single word and was instead hyping up Naomi and standing beside her. That little situation there will be important and come back up again later for what we're about to dive into. But Nick Aldis eventually comes out and turns this into a fatal 4-way match to determine the #1 contender for the title. One of the smaller intriguing elements about this match was to see if Bianca and Naomi would have a friendly little square off with each other during the match. It was surely teased a few times, but Bianca and Naomi never ended up exchanging some friendly blows at all during the match. However, we did see one massively controversial moment between Naomi and Bianca that came in the closing moment of the match. Candice tugged on Bianca Belair's braid to try and distract her from winning the match. Bianca and Candice ended up getting into a little struggle over the braid. Naomi walks over to try and help Bianca, but that's when Bianca breaks free from the struggle with Candice and perfectly whips that hard braid right into Naomi's stomach. We've seen the battle wounds from Bianca's prior opponents. Getting hit with a full swing of that braid is no joke, and will leave marks and burns on your body. But the controversial thing is Bianca's intention with that braid strike on Naomi. If you watch it back at normal speed, maybe give Bianca a pass and say it was just the wrong place, wrong time for Naomi, and it was just one big accident. But take a look at that moment again, slowed down frame by frame, and that tells a whole other story about what happened there in this moment. If you slow it down, you can see Bianca looks back and perfectly looks directly at Naomi while still in this struggle with Candice. Bianca breaks free from Candice, never takes her eyes off of Naomi, and appears to add even more aggression and momentum to the braid whip because she knows it's going to hit Naomi. It's not like Bianca was staring at Candice the whole time and accidentally bumped into Naomi without looking at her. That was not the case at all. Bianca made eye contact with Naomi, broke free, and appeared to purposely put all the force into that braid whip on Naomi, with 100% accuracy on the whip as well. And when you look at it with all those details in mind, it no longer appears to be accidental. Of course, Bianca Belair instantly played it off as an accident, but unless it was a botch and the camera just picked up some weird angles, the way it was just shot makes Bianca look extremely guilty, and that it was not an accident at all. So sticking with the narrative that Bianca delivered that whip on Naomi on purpose, let's dive into the motive. We'll think back to the opening promo for this match. Every single woman in the ring had promo time and had an opportunity to speak their piece. Everyone except for Bianca Belair. Bianca had to stand behind Naomi and be like a cheerleader for what Naomi was saying. And maybe deep down, that bothers Bianca Belair and makes her skin boil. She doesn't like the fact that she's now taking the backseat to Naomi as well, and really wishes that she had an opportunity to speak her mind in that segment. So with all this built-up rage and aggression inside her towards being in the shadow of Naomi during that promo segment, maybe Bianca unleashed those emotions with that purposeful hair whip on Naomi. Maybe she really felt like doing that to Naomi for the way Naomi was starting to run away with the spotlight. So that's why Bianca just couldn't help herself and had to deliver that whip to her. And in this hypothetical scenario, if Bianca purposely hit Naomi out of rage of Naomi stealing the spotlight, it looks like that would also hint at the idea of Bianca Belair being the Jade Cargill attacker. She could not keep that jealousy and frustration in any longer, and that led towards her attacking Jade Cargill. Maybe Bianca did set this all up and wanted Naomi as a partner because Bianca felt like she would easily be the alpha in that pairing. But the last few weeks have told us a completely different story from those expectations. Naomi was the one getting the world title opportunity in promo time, all while Bianca herself got absolutely nothing. So in Bianca's eyes, she's panicking a bit because she just got rid of Jade Cargill so that she could have the spotlight all to herself. But once again, Bianca's losing the spotlight, this time to a woman that she replaced Jade Cargill with, and that's Naomi. So when you look at the story through those lenses, things are starting to make a bit more sense and popping out at you more. Bianca really wanted to be the #1 contender for the women's title, and in that moment, she did not hesitate to whip Naomi right on the spot, since she was standing in the way. Bianca Belair did apologize to Naomi on her Instagram story, and Naomi did reply and accept it. But it's still a bad look for Bianca Belair's character because she's showing these moments of purposeful rage and attacks on her close friends. That's obviously going to make you look at Bianca still as a suspect #1 for the Jade Cargill attack. There was also another fan theory floating around here regarding Naomi and Bayley having matching purple hair now, and if that's a big clue that they're the real team here that took out Jade Cargill together. Sure, that's a fun theory and would be a crazy twist to everything, but that appears to be a reach there by those fans. There's no evidence or anything solid that proves Bayley and Naomi were together attacking Jade Cargill. So basing that theory only off the fact that they both have the same hair color now is a bit more on the silly side of fan theories. But when it comes to the actual Jade Cargill's attacker's identity, we here at WrestlingWorldCC are going to keep Bianca Belair at the top list of our suspects, because that intentional whip on Naomi was an insane thing to see and proved that Bianca Belair has no issue inflicting pain on her friends when her emotions get the best of her. So it was another week that painted Bianca Belair in a questionable light. So she's keeping that top suspect spot until something else happens to knock her down the list. A WWE legend is reportedly set to kick off his final program real soon, and that's Goldberg. Goldberg has been back with WWE on a limited basis ever since 2016. Goldberg has not competed in a WWE match since he faced off against Roman Reigns in 2022. And the big controversy after that was Goldberg saying that he promised he would get one last retirement match following the match with Roman, but it never happened. There was even some buzz there for a while that Goldberg would be going to AEW for his final match, but those plans fell through. Goldberg returned to WWE in a cameo appearance back in 2024's Bad Blood event, where they teased a confrontation between Goldberg and Gunther. Well, now, Goldberg is reportedly set to return to Raw on January 27th and kick off his retirement story that he's been after for the last few years. His rumored opponent is said to be Gunther, and the current rumor is that the world title would not be on the line. We'll have to see how accurate that turns out to be. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.